Assalamu alaikum. This is Ghulam Abbas from MH Language Solutions. The topic we'll be discussing today is introduction of IELTS. Some people they pronounce it like IELTS and others they say it is IELTS. Actually it is IELTS. IELTS is jointly owned by three organizations. They are British Council, AEO, it is also known as IDP, IELTS Australia, and third organization is Cambridge Assessment English. These three organizations they jointly own IELTS. IELTS consists of two different modules or two different kinds, you may say. We have IELTS Academic and we also have IELTS General. IELTS Academic is for those students who want to go abroad for higher education. It is very obvious from the name itself, academic. Academic means you want to go abroad for academic purpose. The second IELTS module or the kind of IELTS is IELTS General. This is for the people who want to go abroad for work or for immigration. Both these modules they are kind of similar, but there are some distinctions or differences as well. However, this is not our today's topic. Now let's move on towards the real topic that we have. We are going to talk about the modules or different parts of IELTS that we have. We have four parts in IELTS, either academic or general. It consists of four parts. We have IELTS listening, we have reading, we have writing and speaking. These are the four parts which are tested in an IELTS exam. Two modules, that is your listening and your speaking, they are common, they are same for both kind of IELTS, for IELTS General as well as IELTS Academic. But two modules, IELTS reading and writing, they are different for IELTS General and for Academic. Those students who want to pursue IELTS Academic, they have to go through IELTS Academic reading and IELTS Academic writing. Others, they will take IELTS General reading and IELTS General writing exam. We'll be focusing now in this lecture on IELTS Academic. As I have already mentioned, there are four parts, or you can say four modules in IELTS, and the first one is your listening module. In listening, we have four sections. There are four parts. Each part is known as a section. We have section 1, section 2, section 3 and section 4. There are different kind of questions which are asked in this module. You are given a headphone and you have to listen to a recording and you need to find answers on the paper that you have in your hand. In IELTS listening, there are 40 questions. And as I have already said, there are four sections. Each section, it contains 10 questions. It means in total you have to deal with 40 questions. Each question it carries 1 mark. So in IELTS listening there are 40 marks. You will be given marks out of these 40 questions that you have attempted. The total time for IELTS listening, it is approximately 40 minutes, you may say. And out of them, 30 minutes, they are for the actual listening that you will do on the headphone that you have provided with. Rest of the 10 minutes, they are dedicated to transfer your answers on a separate answer sheet. In this way, you'll have to spend 40 minutes in your listening exam. We'll talking about the details of listening in another video which will focus only on listening. After listening, the next exam or the next part of the test that you have to take, it is your reading. Reading and listening, they are common in some ways. First of all, both of them, they are objective in their nature. Both of them, they contain 40 marks, and you will be given bands or marks on the basis of correct answers that you have selected. However, there are differences as well. For example, in IELTS reading, there are 3 parts. Each part contains 1 reading passage. So we have actually 3 reading passages. We have reading passage 1, reading passage 2, and reading passage 3. Each passage, it can be taken from a newspaper, from a website, from a magazine, from a book, or from other sources. Each passage, it contains 13 questions. One out of these 3 passages, it will have 14 questions. So in this way, we will have total 40 questions that you have to deal with in your IELTS reading. Unlike listening, here you will be transferring your answers on a separate answer sheet within the same 1 hour that has been given. Yes, you have to complete your reading module in 1 hour. In this 1 hour, you not only have to deal with all the questions, but you also have to transfer them on a separate answer sheet, the same that you did in your listening. In listening as well as in your reading, you need to transfer your answers by using a lead pencil. You cannot use pen here. You need to use lead pencil to transfer your answers. Now moving on towards the third part of your IELTS exam, it is your writing. IELTS academic writing consists of 2 parts. These parts, they are given the name of tasks. We have task 1 and then we have tasks 2. Task 1 is a visual task. You will be given a line graph, a bar chart, a pie chart, a data chart, a map, or a process. You can be given any question out of these. You have to summarize the contents which have been given in the question, and you have 20 minutes for that, and you need to write no less than 150 words in your task 1. Task 2, on the other hand, is an essay. There are different kind of essays, and you will be given any essay out of them. In this task, you will be given 40 minutes and you need to write no less than 250 words. For both these tasks, you will be given collectively 1 hour. You won't be given separate time for each task. It means it's your choice. You can deal with task 1 first, or if you want to go for the task 2 first, you can either deal with it as you require. Whatever you want, you can do that within this given time of 1 hour. Then the last part of IELTS exam is your speaking. IELTS speaking consists of 3 parts. We have part 1, part 2 and part 3. Your speaking exam is totally different from the other 3 parts of the test that you have taken. In those parts, you are sitting in a hall and you were dealing with the paper that was given to you. But here, in this part of exam, you need to face an IELTS speaking examiner. You are going to take a face-to-face interview. You are going to communicate with the examiner. In each 3 parts, you have to do different things. In the first part, you need to answer the questions about familiar topics. Those familiar topics, they may be about your hometown, maybe your education, about your hobbies, kind of food that you like, kind of house you want to live in. Whatever the case is, in part 1, questions, they will circulate your personality. They will be about you. So no one can answer those questions better than you, because no one knows you better than you. The duration for this part is about 4 to 5 minutes. In the second part, we call it part 2, you will be given a cue card, a topic, and you need to prepare 1 minute for the topic that is given, and then you have to speak for like 1.5 to 2 minutes. After that, there comes the third part. Third part is again question and answer session like you did in the first part, but third part is different because in the first part questions, they were about you, but in the third part they are more abstract in their nature and they will be about the topic that you have discussed in your cue card in IELTS part 2. The duration of the third part is similar as part 1, 4 to 5 minutes. And you need to answer the questions asked in the third part within this time. The standard time for your speaking part, it is 13 to 14 minutes. But duration of this test, it may increase or decrease depending on the situation. Students, sometimes they are given only 8 to 10 minutes for the interview, and sometimes the interview it prolongs up to 17-18 minutes. But keep in mind, length of the interview does not correlate with your band scores. Lastly, how scores or marks they are given in IELTS exam. In IELTS, we have a special pattern of marks which is known as bands. Those bands, they vary from 0 to 9 bands. 0 band, it means you are a non-user of that language. You are being tested. 9 bands, it means you are an expert user. Different students for different academic levels, they require different band scores, but the average band that is needed, it ranges between 6 to 7. We also have half bands as well, like you may get 6.5 or 7.5. The band scores of IELTS, they will be discussed in detail in another lecture. That is all as far as your IELTS introduction is concerned. Thank you very much for watching. Allah Hafiz.